Sorry, I wasn't expecting that. I forgot I'd move the. I forgot I'd move the intro to a smaller intro. How's everyone doing? Are we all okay? Are we all ready for the big kickoff this weekend? This is the final phone-in show before next week we revert to what the plan was in the first place, was to give Villa fans a chance to have their say on the matches every weekend on a Monday night. Give your opinion on what you've seen, what you think. And there'll be loads of talking points, but we will still do quizzes and we will still talk about general Villa stuff. And you never know, we might drop another one in on a Friday where we can maybe talk about the game to come. Rob is in the building, Nick is in the building, Luke is in the building, everybody's in the building. Black Country Villain. Right, big shout out to Black Country Villain. I met him last week, as I said I would, at Walsall. He was on the gate, Blue Car Park, if I remember rightly. Had a really good chat with him, and he has kindly donated the quiz prize for this week. He was going to give it to me, but I've already got this book. So I asked him if it was okay if we could give it away as a prize. Now, it is The Chronicles of Aston Villa. It's a great book. It's a historical book. So if you're into your history of Villa, it's really interesting, from 1874 to 1924. So the first 50 years of Aston Villa's history, which, if anybody knows a lot about Aston Villa, will know that was an incredible start to our history and our existence in football. So lots to get into. I want to get into the phone calls as soon as we can. So tonight we are covering, let's just see, is Ange in the building? Yes, she is. She's back from Coldplay. Woo! Ange, are you ready for it? Are you ready for your duties? We had an able assistant last week who stepped into the breach. That was Robert. Rob, he happily stepped in and he said he would do it again if needs be, but Angie's ready. Pen and paper at the ready. Right, tonight we've already got our goalkeeper and our right back. That was Emi Martinez, and last week we voted in John Gidman. Okay, so this week we're moving on to left back. Good, she's ready. Where was you, Ange? Someone said you was at Coldplay. I'm actually going to Coldplay on the 30th, so was it good? I'm looking forward to it, taking the kids. So left backs, you can choose whoever you want. I've wrote a few down here to start me off with, and I've got a personal favourite, but I'll give mine away in a bit. Steve Staunton, Freddie Boomer, Stephen Warnock, Brian Small, Alan Wright, Stuart Gray, Tony Dorigo, Williams and Colin Gibson. So get voting in the chat, in the comment section, and we'll start noting down your votes, and then we will get our left back by the end of this evening into our All-Star 11. Right, I have finally upgraded to my own Justin Talks Villa phone, kindly donated by my sister-in-law and my nephew, who doesn't use it anymore. So I've been trying to get, I will apologise, I was trying to get WhatsApp on it before I came on air. That's why I was a couple of minutes late, but I haven't been able to do it. I've tried my best, but by next week I will have WhatsApp on it, so anybody phoning from abroad should be able to phone in via the WhatsApp app. So tonight, unfortunately, it is just via normal phone ins. I hope that's okay. So talking points tonight, I want to know where you think Villa are going to finish. I want to know how you think we're going to fare in all three of the cup competitions. I'm also going to say it's absolutely boiling in here, but I don't want to put this fan on too loud because that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Right, sod that. So where we're going to finish in the cups, and another little bit of an interesting one, because I have now got my little bit of a technical. Anybody seen my video, they will see I've got my technical. Look at this. He's getting all professional now. So what I want you to do is phone in, and I want you to predict the starting 11 for Saturday against Newcastle. Now, as you can see, I've filled in what I class as the obvious ones. obviously Bizzo in goal because Martinez is injured and we've let Gauchi go today, so it's going to be Bizzo. I think it was going to be him anyway. I think Konsa starts at right centre-back. Kamara and Tielemans both starting the double pivot and Ollie Watkins up front. But there's plenty of positions to decide on. Who's your right back? Who's your left back? Who's your left centre-half? Who is the three in behind Ollie Watkins? And again, for tonight, we're going to say that Rodgers is fit. So as far as this is concerned, if Rodgers is fit, I think he will be, hopefully praying to God he'll be fit and ready to go. So what is your team for this Saturday? I think it'll be interesting to see what people think. Okay. I think we've got it. Is that everything? Anything? Oh, the quiz. Yes, the quiz. We have got the quiz. As I said, kindly donated the book by Black Country Villain. So that we're going out to whoever wins. Some nice comments. Evening, just hope well. Are ready for the new season. God bless, stay blessed. Up the Villa. Thank you, mate. Up the Villa. We've got some great votes coming in. Freddie Boomer, Stan, Luca Dean. God, I forgot about Luca Dean. How can I forget about Luca Dean? Steve Staunton. We've got, who else? We've got Gidman. Right back, definitely Martinez in goal. Come on. Right. Okay, so I think we are all done. So we can open the phone lines. Who's ready? Let's make sure this phone hopefully works. Let's pray it works. Otherwise, I'm going to be very annoyed. Okay, let's see if somebody phones up. The phone is now live and ready to rock and roll. So if you want to call in, you can now. Wow. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind indeed. It's an unbelievable start. Very kind. Right, we've got a phone. Right, let's see. Move it over. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Are you right?
Hello.
Hi, Justin, you right?
Yeah, who's this?
Hi, it's Bobby Skidmore, you right?
It's who, sorry?
Bobby Skidmore.
Bobby.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good, thanks, you.
Yeah, very good,
Villa's
thank you.
transfer window's been a bit, like, isn't it?
I couldn't hear what you said then. Sorry, mate. What did you say?
Aston Villa's transfer has been a bit quiet, hasn't it?
It has been a bit quiet, yes, but I think we knew that was going to happen, didn't we, because of the financial issues?
'Cause I think it's a bit of a joke, because, like, 15th, right?
Yeah.
Do shocking and they get foods. I mean, come on, they got to change it.
Yeah, I think they have got to change it. I think the rules have got to change, and I think Villa are trying hard to change the rules. But we're having to sort of stick to them at the moment because we don't want to get any points deductions or anything like that, do we? So it is annoying.
Yeah.
It is frustrating, but I think we've got a decent squad. Do you think we've got a good squad going into the season? We haven't lost anyone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we've got a couple of improvements. I think in the nice, I think it's pretty good getting a better number 2.
You'd like another right back, would you?
Yeah. Right back. And I think Bizzo is a pretty good signing.
Yeah, I think he's a very good backup keeper, actually. I think the 2 signings they have made are very good, which is good to know. So we'll run through these questions tonight. League position, where do you think Villa are going to finish?
I either think 5th or 6th.
5th or 6th?
Optimistic.
No, I think you're about right. I think the top 4 are going to be hard to catch, aren't they? But I think we haven't lost anyone.
Yeah.
And everyone below us has lost a lot of players. So I'm hoping, especially if Newcastle lose Isak, that's going to weaken them, isn't it?
Yeah, that would weaken them massively. I mean, if Liverpool get that, they've spent a fortune. They've got like a super team.
I know, yeah. They're looking like they're going back to the days of when I was younger, when they won everything for about 20 years, unfortunately. Right, how do you think we're going to get on in the cups?
Personally, we're always, in my opinion, terrible at the main cup competitions. So Carabao Cup and FA Cup, I don't do anything in them.
Right.
But Europa League, I think we will win it.
Win it.
Optimistic. We're going to win it.
I like your style, Bobby. That sounds absolutely amazing to me. So you got us down to win the Europa, but not do too well in the FA Cup or the League Cup, which I'll take that, to be honest. I think if you told me
we
now...
need a trophy.
Yeah, 100%. We need to win something now. Absolutely need to win something. Right. 2 more things to do. Can you see the screen from where you are?
No.
Oh, okay. Right. We're going to try and predict the lineup, your lineup for Saturday. Did you hear what I said at the start?
Yeah.
So I've got Bizzo in goal. I've got Konsa right centre back, Kamara and Tielemans in the double pivot, and Watkins up front. So who would your right back be for Saturday?
Matty Cash.
Right. Okay. Left back,
So I'm going to go Matson.
you're going to stick with Matson. Do you think he's been good in pre-season?
Yeah, I just think he's pretty decent.
Yeah, good going forward, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Left centre back, another big choice to make. Mings or Torres?
I think, well, Pau Torres is really good at progressing passing, but Mings is so much better defensively. I kind of hope Mings starts, so I'm going to go Mings.
So you would pick Mings. Do you think he will go with Mings or do you think he'll go with Torres?
I think he'll probably go Pau Torres.
But you'd go with Mings. We'll go with what you would go with then. Okay. So we've got Ollie Watkins up front. We've got the back four in. We've got the double pivot in. Now, this is a really tough one. So we're saying that Rodgers is fit, okay, for the sake of this.
All right.
So who's playing in the three behind Ollie Watkins for you?
Rodgers.
And where's he playing him? Down the middle?
The left. The
Left?
middle, yeah. Go middle, not
No,
left.
in the 10.
Yeah, middle.
So you've got right
Yeah.
side and left side left. If that makes sense.
Ooh. I think I'm gonna go a bit weird here. Malin.
Which way?
play in the
Left-
right.
Right, Marlon, yeah. I think that's a good shout. to be
Yeah, I'm
fair.
in the left. I want to go McGinn.
Right, okay. I think I've got McGinn in mine, but the only difference I've got with you is I've got Marlon off the left because I think McGinn operates better off the right, cutting in, and I think he
Fair
likes
enough.
that. But that's decent, to be fair. That's pretty decent. So you've gone with Bizzo, Cash, Konsa, Mings, Matson, Kamara, Tielemans, McGinn, Rodgers, and Marlon in behind Ollie Watkins. And to be fair, do you think Buendia makes the bench?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done well in pre-season.
Yeah, I think he makes the bench as well. Right, last thing. Are you going to have a go at the quiz?
Ooh, right. Yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's give a go at the quiz.
Right, now, if you've been watching the last few weeks, unfortunately, because you're the first caller, you get the hardest clue because it's sort of, it gets easier as we go through the night, okay?
Right, let's give it a go.
This player was born in, let me just get this ready, because you get 10 seconds, right? So
Seconds.
just think about it before you give your answer, right? So he was born in 1998.
Oh, God. Could be any... Matty Cash?
You've gone with Matty Cash. It is wrong, Bobby. I'm sorry, but it was a good guess. It was a good guess. It's the hardest
No
one.
idea.
If somebody gets it on the first go, it's going to be very, very good because it's always going to be the hardest clue. But thanks ever so much for phoning in. I really appreciate it. Is he still there? You still there, Bobby?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Yeah. Thanks
I'm
ever
still
so
there.
much for phoning in, mate. Are you going on Saturday?
No, I wish so.
Oh, okay. You're going to try and get down at some point?
Yeah.
Good lad. Okay. Thanks for calling. Please call again in the season.
Yeah, will do. Right,
Okay,
bye,
mate.
take care.
Up the Villa.
Up the villa. Come on.
Well, he was good, wasn't he? What a great caller he was. What a great start. Some of these young kids that's phoning in now, they are absolute superstars, aren't they? Right, we've got another caller straight away. We'll try and get them through. Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Who's this? Oh, I know who this is. Black Country Villain.
No,
Oh. Who's this?
this is Simon who phoned in the first week he was on.
Simon. Yes, sorry. You sound like Black Country Villain. You his brother?
No, probably not. I've got a blubby accent.
Yeah, you sound very similar to him. Right, mate. How are you?
Yeah. Fantastic.
Looking forward to the season
I'm interested
starting?
in questions.
Oh, you want me to get straight into the questions? No hanging about with you, Simon. Right,
No, let's just get on with it.
let's get on with it. That's what we like to see. Straight into
The best left back.
it. Okay, yeah. Oh, I never asked Bobby left back, did I? Oh, can someone
Okay.
remind me next time? I forgot to ask him his favourite left back. If you're watching Bobby and you can comment on the comments, Please drop your favourite left back in the comments. Sorry, Simon. Go on then. Left back. Who are you going to vote for?
Steve Staunton.
Steve Staunton. Ange, put Simon
It's a
down
bit
for Stan.
difficult. It's a bit difficult because unless you're of a certain age, you never saw him play. And
Yeah.
he was fantastic on the pitch. A man with fight and battle.
I totally agree, mate. I am due to interview Steve Staunton very, very soon. I've known him quite a while. He's a lovely chap, and he has agreed to come on the podcast, but he's away on holiday at the moment, the lucky sod. So when he's back and I can sort it out, I'm going to go and have a chat with him. So hopefully it'll be an interesting interview. But yeah, I agree. He was fantastic. Before,
Be looking forward to seeing that.
yeah. So where do you think we're going to finish this season, Simon?
I think we'll finish 12th.
What?
12th.
Simon, what are you doing?
Because why? Because we can't defend. We've got, I'm not a fan of Pau Torres, don't you?
Yes. Oh, no.
We can't stop crosses coming in the box.
He's not happy. He's not happy. Go on. Talk me what.
And
So you think there's going to be
not
11? Look, right, let me just ask you this question then. Do you think there's 11 better teams currently than Villa in the Premier League?
yes.
Name them. Go on, put you on the spot. Name them. 11 better teams.
Liverpool,
Yes.
Arsenal,
Yep.
Chelsea,
Yep.
United,
Who, sorry?
Man United.
I think that's a bit of a push. Better than Villa. Go on, I'll give you that one. Go on.
New signings. They've got
They got
new
they've signed
signings.
some decent players, but okay, they got a lot of gaps to play. 16th last season. They're going to take up 10 positions to catch up.
Tottenham.
Tottenham. Okay, that's 5. You got another 6 to go.
Bournemouth.
No, they've lost 3 players. They've lost Hussein to Real Madrid. They've lost.
Yeah,
they've
but
lost Kirkes.
they've still got quality players in there.
We've lost no one. Simon, come on, mate. Come on. I've got to try and get you out of this slump here.
I mean, the problem we got a strike 4 shots to get 1 goal in.
I don't know, Watkins has been on fire in the pre-season.
Yeah,
Everything
it's
he's
okay
got
doing
in.
it in the Premier League, but last season I think he had a poor season in front of goal.
You know what? He came into the season off form because he'd had that injury in the Euros, and I think he came into the season and he never quite caught up with where he wanted to be. But I think he's had a really good pre-season, and I think he's going to be flying. Right, Simon, I've got someone who wants to have a word with you here. Okay, so listen to this. Ready?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's all for play for still.
I think so. Do you want to bet against us?
Do you want to bet against us? That's what I'm going to say to you, Simon. I hope you're wrong. I can't deny it. This is your platform to have your say. If you're saying 12th, phone me at the end of the season, Simon, and we'll see if you were right. How's that?
Okay. Do you want to see some of my?
Go on.
Do you want to see my starting lineup?
Hold on. How do you think we're going to go in the cups then? I presume you think we're going to get beaten in all the cups as well.
Well, the problem is we bottled the big occasion.
Right.
So we'll go out of the FA Cup early.
Okay.
We'll reach the semi-final of the League Cup and go out.
Right. Okay.
In Europe, I think that'll be a major disappointment
Right.
because we keep bottling the big occasions.
Can someone come on and cheer me up here? Because Simon's. Look, it's hard to disagree because up to now, like you said, the big games we have struggled in. But I hope to God we can improve on where you think we're going to be, Simon. I really do, mate.
Can I just tell you, look at Crystal Palace as an example. The fight them players had against Villa, the fight them players had against Liverpool at the weekend. Why don't Villa players show that fight in the big occasion?
Well, I hope we will going forward. I really do. I hope this season we're going to have a good season. Right, come on then. Let's get into your starting 11.
Okay, my starting 11 is is it what I want or what will be?
You can have either or. You can have what you would like to see on Saturday, or you can have what you think Unai Emery's going to pick. So which are you going to go for? Should we see what you would pick?
What I would like.
Okay.
I'd have Bizzo in goal,
Yep.
Konza, Mings, Matson,
Yep.
Cash,
Yep.
Kamara,
Yep.
Tielemans,
Yep.
and Nana.
Oh, where's Anana playing?
Central midfield. Three
Where's-
central midfielders.
Right, for some reason I haven't got Anana here. Hold on, let me just get Anana up. Why haven't I got Anana? Oh, there he is. Hold on a sec. He's just come off the bench. Hold on a minute. So we're playing three in the middle. So he's totally changing his everything he's done up to now at Villa. He's totally thrown out the window and he's going three in the middle.
Just let me run with this.
Yes, go on.
And we'll have Roger, as it is, Rogers and Marlon.
In behind Ollie.
Yeah.
So we're changing to a 4-3-3.
Yeah, and the width we've got comes from the left back and right back.
Yeah.
We're solid in midfield. We've got a ball player in midfield and two destroyers.
Look, I think Anana's decent. I really think Anana is a good player, and I think he's going to be really good for us this season. I don't mind having the three in there, but I think if we did play like that, Tielemans would, if I can show it on the screen, I think Tielemans would play then in the 8/10. I don't see him changing formation. I can definitely see him playing three, what you'd class as centre midfielders. But I think if he played Kamara, Anana and Tielemans, then Kamara and Anana would play in the double pivot and Tielemans would sit in the middle of the park. That's how I think.
Well, that looks good because you've got two protecting the leaky defence.
Yeah.
And you've got an attacking mid and two blokes. I mean, Marlon's a cracking player who deserves a chance. Rogers is proven quality. And Watkins, okay, he's hit and miss.
Yeah. Right, okay. There you go. It's Simon's decision. This is the whole point of this phone in is you call in and you give your opinion. That's all that
Can I
matters.
have a go at the quiz?
Of course you can, mate. Right. So we'll go with right. You got 10 seconds, right? So did you hear the first clue?
No, I missed it.
Right. First clue was born in 1998. So you get 10 seconds with this clue. He played in 111 times for Villa.
1998, 111 times.
Yeah. Go for it.
Yuri Tielemans.
It's not Yuri Tielemans. Big one of them. Sorry, mate.
Thanks, Josh.
Thanks
Thanks.
for phoning in, mate. Please call again in the season.
See ya.
Cheer, buddy. Are you going Saturday? No, I think he's gone. That's it, he's gone. Happy Simon's gone. Right. Well, that's it. It's a what is it? Oh, I can't speak. I can't speak. It's a game. It's about opinions, isn't it? Nobody's opinion's wrong. Hello.
It's about opinions, isn't it? Nobody's opinion's
Turn
wrong.
your telly down. You can hear myself. Who's this?
Nobody's opinion's wrong. Tell it down. I can hear myself.
Hello.
Hey.
Talking to yourself here on the telly. Hello. Hello. Anybody there? Nope, they've gone. Right, the phone is free now if you want to phone up. I don't know who that was, but I can hear myself talking on the phone. Oh, here we go again. Right, let's have a go at this one. Nope, gone again. What's going on here? Right, come on. Phone is free. Should call in behind the phone. Right, let's have a look at how we are getting on with the left back. Ange, how are we doing? How is the Let's see if I can get this one in. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Who's this?
My name's Ivan. Hello.
Ivan, how are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Up the Villa, eh?
Up the Villa, mate. Absolutely up the Villa. Where are you calling from, Ivan?
I'm calling from Worcester,
Worcester.
so just down the M5.
the sworn enemies of Warwickshire Cricket Club, Worcester.
Well, yeah. I'd rather be a pair than a bear.
Oh,
Justin.
no, I'd rather be a bear than a pair. We absolutely battered you the other week as well. Absolutely destroyed.
Indeed.
Anyway, we'll get on to football. We're not talking about cricket here. So, first, Ivan, let's get your for Ange, because she's got a pen and paper ready. Who's your vote for left back? Your favourite ever left back?
Well, we've already heard him tonight, but I mean, Steve Staunton for me.
Yeah,
I grew up watching those 90s teams, and he was just, exceptional. And, even when he sort of moved into centre back for a bit with Brian Little to sort of help him out, he was just, that goal against United, Justin, in the white mitre Copiers kit.
I'll tell you what, mate. I was working for the Villa at that point, and we had to help out in what was the old Holt Suite before it was redone out. And they basically put that game on in the Holt Suite because people obviously couldn't get tickets. It was at United. And I have never seen a room erupt as much in all my life as when that goal went in. It hit the stanchion, didn't it? The top right of the stanchion. I tell you, here's a quiz question for you, Ivan. Who passed the ball to Steve Staunton that day?
Gary Parker.
Nope. Do you know how I know this so well?
Tom.
Because I know him very well. Brian Small. He laid it off to him at the edge of the box, and then he lamped it in the top corner. It's Brian Small's claim to fame, that is, at Villa. Right.
It's interesting because they must have played. Because they were both left backs, weren't they? But
Well,
I guess
Brian didn't play
sometimes
that,
Staunton
yeah.
played a bit further forward, didn't
I
he?
think he played in the left of the three, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know they both was on the pitch at that point. So, yeah, what a fantastic... Yeah, I have a feeling Stan is going to absolutely romp this. But, I mean, we have had some great left-backs. Colin Gibson was class. Stuart Gray I really liked. Alan Wright was great. Freddie Boomer was good, but he obviously didn't have that much time here because he had a lot of bad injury, didn't he? So, right, league position, Ivan. Where have you got us finishing? Bobby had us 5th or 6th. Simon had us 12th. 12th.
Yeah, I thought that was Tom Brady putting on a Brummie accent, actually. But, I think it's a tough one. I think, I'm going to go 6th, Justin. I think that we will absolutely be competitive.
Yeah.
I think, if you ask me again, a few months in, and depending on what's happened with Europa League and where we're at, that might change. But I think 6th is a genuinely realistic ambition for Aston Villa Football Club.
I pretty much agree with you, to be honest. I think the top 4 have just gone away from everybody now because of the spending. And it would take a monumental collapse from one of them. I mean, I still think Chelsea could throw in a bit of a wobbler because the amount of players they've thrown into the squad again. But I think it's difficult to really see past Arsenal, City and Liverpool now for the top 3.
100%.
And then
100%.
Chelsea probably have nailed that 4th. So we're going to be finding it out 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, I think, which is where we've been the last 2 or 3 seasons. And I think given the summer we've had, finance-wise, I think that's a pretty good shout again. We're maintaining, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so, and I think I'm quite excited about this season. Probably, maybe a lot of people are kind of thinking, we haven't done a lot, we haven't. But I actually think that might work in our favour a little bit, and I think there's a sense of almost, working against adversity a little bit, and the club are obviously a little bit annoyed about PSR, and John McGinn, made some comments to me, and I just think, those players coming back, Buendia, Bailey's got a point to prove. I just wonder whether, if Unai harnesses that, I really do think there's some real potential in that, just actually having some continuity a little bit, without having to integrate loads of new players.
I totally agree. I don't know if you've seen my interview with Dennis Mortimer that came out last week. I asked him that question, and I basically made the point when we won the league, they won it with famously won it with 14 players, and I said, given that we're not bringing like a ruckload of players in, do you think it'll help that group are very bonded and it's a tight-knit group? And we've already seen Luca Dean sign a new contract on a reduced wage, so he's happy to stick around. You don't see that very often, do you? So
no.
it is I've heard about Emi Martinez that he's very, very happy now at Villa, and I think he was expecting to leave, but it hasn't materialised. But I think the club are very happy with him. He's very happy to stay. We're very happy to have him. So it seems to have all turned out very, very well for us. And I think Watkins looked sharp as attack. Emmy looked really
Oh, yeah.
sharp. I know he's out for 1/3 games, depending on which article you read. But I think those, and like you say, the fringy players that are coming back, LeBron Diaz, who's had a year, he had a year out injured, then he had a year in the wilderness, not really knowing where he was going to be, but he looks brilliant. Bailey definitely looks like he's got, if we get the Bailey from 2 years ago, wow, add them into the mix. And then you throw Gasson in as well. McGinn, we have got a very good squad. We'll come on to your starting 11 in a minute. Right, Cups, do you think we can do any good in the Cups?
Yeah, and I think I think there's going to be an element of what Unai prioritises a little bit, and I think that he'll probably hope to kind of, with the Europa League, maybe try and navigate those games with maybe a few changes and so on. I think by the time the FA Cup comes around, we'll kind of know where we're at in the Europa League.
Yeah,
I think probably the one that the Carabao Cup might suffer as a result of that. I think that as it to be fair did last season.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Unai has always said, isn't he? He understands the importance of Villa winning a trophy for the first time since 1996, and he has that squad, and that's what I mean about that idea, that belief, and that camaraderie that he's clearly built, and with the lack of change, and we saw against Marseille, they were sticking up for one another, weren't they? That's what you need to go deep in those cups. And I think that we've probably got a more realistic chance in the Europa League than we did, obviously in the Champions League. So yeah, I think positive on all fronts. I think it just will depend on how he prioritises things as the season evolves.
Yeah, I think he's already made no mistake and no secret of the fact that the Premier League is his number one priority, because that gives you that ongoing going forward, and you can bring the players in you want and all that. I do think he will shift slightly away from domestic cups. I don't think he'll give up on them, but I think we'll go, like we've seen over the last couple of years, weaker in the initial stages. And if we do happen to get through to the latter stages of them, then like you say, you reprioritise. But I think he does want a trophy now. We are now going away from. He came in with a job to do, get us up the table. Now we've established ourselves with 3 consecutive really good finishes. Now that focus now shifts to, let's get a trophy. Let's put a trophy in the cabinet, and then we can kick on from there again and try and establish ourselves in that elite group of 4 or 5 right at the very, very top.
Yeah, I think so, and I think that is and he's right. Premier League it's a great position to be in. That this is a 3rd consecutive year in Europe, isn't it? And although cups can bring that, the league is that guarantee, isn't it? And I think that that's a really sort of positive outlook, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Well, moving on a bit, because I want to try and get more people on. Let's do your 11 for Saturday. What you reckon? I don't know if you can see the screen in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, Bizzo.
I've got
in
Bizzo,
goal,
Kamara, Tielemans, and Watkins as my 5. I think everybody will agree on that.
Given,
So you've got to do a left back, a right back, and a left centre half to start with.
So I think Matty Cash at right back.
Nobody's saying Bogard. I think he's got a chance. I do.
I don't know.
Don't you?
I don't know.
I think it's been excellent.
Not first home game against Newcastle.
Yeah,
I think
maybe.
We might just see quite a well. I'll tell you my team, and you'll see where I'm going.
Yeah, go on.
I think So Cash at right back. I think Powell plays next to Konza, not Ming. So, and then Luca Dean at left back.
You don't see Maatsen, no?
I mean, I'm a huge Ian Maatsen fan. But I just don't see him playing on Saturday.
No, tried and trusted. So we've got the double pivot in Kamara and Tielemans. So now you're looking for your 3
although
behind Ollie. Now you can change that if you want to.
No. I mean, I think Kamara and Tielemans will play, but I actually think Onana will play. So I think Tielemans will play in the 10. I suspect Rodgers might not be fully fit.
Very similar to Simon then.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. So who's going inside?
Kamara and Onana, Tielemans in the 10, Watkins. I think then McGinn on the right and Ramsey on the left.
Looks pretty good to me, mate. Looks pretty good to
me.
I
mean, that is on the basis that Rodgers isn't fit. If Rodgers is fit, he plays, doesn't it? But
so if Rodgers is fit, let's play devil's advocate. If Rodgers is fit, what changes?
I think he probably plays
in the 10.
Or I think he probably I think we'd see that sort of last season idea of him maybe probably on the right. McGinn replaces Ramsey on the left. It's a tough one, isn't it? It's hard.
I tell you,
Justin.
it is when you look at it like this is why I wanted to do this tonight, because you're putting yourself in the manager's eyes essentially, and you're thinking, like I said, Bizzo, Konsa, Kamara, Tielemans, and Watkins for me are gimmies. I think they start, but every other position there's a big decision to make.
Yeah,
you know, it's
yeah.
not easy.
I think given it's Newcastle, I think that he'll want to match that their three in midfield, and they're a good side, aren't they? No matter they've had a disappointing summer, they're a good side, and that's why I just maybe don't see Maatsen. I think it might be quite kind of, almost a bit of a safe option. But whatever we play, there's some decent players there, aren't there?
Yeah, I agree with that. Great call. So, are you going to have a go at the quiz for this book?
Yeah,
The
absolutely,
Aston Villa
mate.
Chronicles, right? It's a great book. If you like your Villa history, or if you don't know much about back in the day, which is literally right back at the start of our history, it is a fantastic book. So, we've had the two first, the two hardest ones first. So, born in 98 and 111 appearances. So, you're going to get the third one, which I've got to be honest, it's not that much more easier, to be honest, but you get 10 seconds. So, 5 goals for Villa.
Andre Green.
He's gone early. Is he right, though? Can you say it again? I didn't quite hear you.
Andre Green, Justin.
It's not right.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'd love to give it you, but I just can't. I'll give you the money myself now. Okay, mate. Thanks ever so much for calling. Please call again
Justin.
during the season.
Yeah.
But, all the
Keep
best. You
up the
going
good work,
Saturday?
mate. Yeah. We'll be there.
Good lad.
We're season
Good lad.
tickets in the North Stand. So.
Enjoy. Have a good
Yeah,
day.
looking
I'll
forward
speak
to
to you
it.
soon, mate.
All right.
Bye.
Lovely. Cheers,
Up the
up the
Villa.
Villa, mate.
Another great call. We've had some absolute banging calls tonight. Right, I've got a couple of questions to answer here, so I'll answer this first to make sure we get them on board, and then we'll just. Hello.
Hello, Justin.
Who's this?
It's Steve from Bromsgrove.
All right, Steve. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate.
Right,
Yeah, I'm
can
good,
you
mate.
just hang on 1 second while I just deal with a couple of things on the comments section? Is that all right? I'll literally
mate.
be 2 minutes. Right, right. Some comments here that I wanted to put up. Justin, how long have you been watching Villa? I started going down Villa. First game was 1988. Okay, that's that question. Right, Wayne Davis. Now, is this the Wayne Davis I used to play football with? Because I've seen Wayne and Paul Davis in the chat. I hope it is. If it is, how you doing, guys? Give us your thoughts on some of the youngsters coming through. Jimmo Aloba looks a real talent. Yes, very good talent. But I think some of the others have gazumped him. But I'll come on to that later. Anyway, sorry about that, Steve. I just wanted to answer a couple of questions there. Can you hear me again?
Okay, mate. Yes, I can.
Smashing. So let's get your left back in so that Ange can get it written down.
Okay, I'm going to go for the obvious one, Steve Staunton.
I thought he'd romp it tonight, to be honest. No, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Just a quickie on that one, Justin.
Yeah, go on.
When me and my wife were coming back from Tenerife in March, he was on the plane coming back. So has he got a place in Tenerife? Do you know?
I don't know, but I can ask him next time I see him. I know
Because when he got
away
off,
quite a bit.
he didn't collect any bags.
Oh,
So I
maybe he
thought,
hasn't.
maybe he's got a place in Tenerife.
Right, hold on. Let me just write a note. Steve
Yeah.
Staunton, Tenerife. I said you got a stalker called Steve that saw you on the plane.
He was on the front row and he was asleep.
No, but he was, yeah. I bet he had a couple of beers.
Probably.
Well, according to Ange, this is latest news here. It's a landslide so far. Has anybody else got a shout? Anybody else other than Steve Staunton? Have we had any other votes, Ange? Oh dear. Right, Wayne. It isn't the Wayne. I thought I was named. Oh no. No, there's 2 Wayne Davises in here now. Jesus. Anyway, I'm getting confused here, Steve. It's a bloody nightmare, this show is. Right, mate, league position.
You have, because you have. Go on.
I've got about 700 things to do here. I've got 4 buttons to press. I've got the league thing to come up. I've got everybody phoning in.
Yeah, you hadn't even asked anybody who's going to win the league or get relegated yet.
Oh, God, you know what I mean? I think we're just going to concentrate on Villa, to be honest. Let's just concentrate on the main club, the only club that matters in this country, and that's the mighty Claret and Blue. Although we've had a really good shout here. I like this shout. J. Lord Samuel was very decent. And Holt End in the sky. Right, league position, mate. Where you having us?
I'm going to put us 5th.
Right, okay. So you're in about the ballpark where most are, I think.
Well, yeah, the top 4 are over the hill and far away.
Yeah.
And I think we'll finish 5th.
Okay.
Because there's only 8 teams, really, isn't there? There's the top 4, and then there's the next 4: Villa, Newcastle, Man United, and Spurs, and the rest are down the back anywhere, finish anywhere.
You've just answered the question I was going to ask you. So you've got us in with basically do you think out of the 2 really, really underperforming teams from last season, which were Spurs and Man United, which one of those 2 do you see improving the most?
Man United, because of those, because they've got to have a total rebuild. I mean, because they've got 5 good players. The 3 they've just signed who are brilliant. Well, 2 of them are brilliant. I don't know about Sesko yet. I think Fernandes and Ahmad, the young lad, plays up front.
Yeah. The young kid.
The rest of them are useless.
See, they have.
But they might address that before the window closes.
But they haven't.
Tottenham haven't managed to sign anybody apart from the guy from West Ham.
Well, I think they're close to getting Savinho from Man City today. I think they've gone in for him for 50 mil. But obviously they've had a big Savinho, the winger, the Brazilian winger.
Oh yes, they're
close to getting him, and obviously they've had that big blow with Maddison getting that cruciate. I think United's biggest 2 big issues for me for Man United. One, like you say, they haven't addressed the back 4 at all.
And what you got to remember is they haven't got Europe, have they, this year?
No, that's a good point.
United, so they've got a free run.
And I just don't rate the manager. That's my other big issue.
Oh, I do. I think he's going to come good. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Right. We'll keep an eye on that then, Steve.
Yeah. I know he's been naive. Last year, he was naive in some of his comments, what he was saying.
Do you think he just wasn't? He didn't realise the magnitude of the club he was going into, because obviously they weren't very good, but they are a behemoth of a football club. As much as I hate them, they're a big deal. Aren't
but
they?
that Bruno and Cunha, and Sesko, I mean, they are world class, I think.
Look, they are 2 very, very good Premier League players, right? This is my take on it. Who have basically been the best players at their club, but their clubs have been mid-table-ish clubs. I'm probably been a little bit unfair to Brentford. They've had a good run over the last few years. But I just think they're both... Oh, Christ, no, not the desk over there. They're both going to have to step up on the big stage with mega pressure on them now. They've gone there with big money, big egos, big reputations. Now they are, like you've just said, everybody expects those 3 players to rock up at Old Trafford and all be brilliant. Now, if it doesn't start that well, that could be an issue for them, I think. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying it won't go well. I'm just saying they've got a huge... And we saw this with Højlund went there. 80 million they paid for him. Huge reputation. One of the best young strikers in Europe when they signed him. And he
but unproven in the Premier.
Sesko's exactly the same money.
He's unproven.
Unproven. I'm just saying there's a lot of pressure going in. A bit like Gyökeres at Arsenal. He's now been deemed the player. They didn't have a forward, right? You're our man now. You're our man that's going to catapult us to the title. It's just a lot. Can these players, if they can handle the pressure, the quality's there, I think it's such an interesting season. But just to throw that one in,
I actually think Arsenal's going to win the league this year.
Oh, I can't have that. I can't throw the manager. I'm sorry.
Just in last year, they had the best defence.
Yep.
They had the best defence. They've improved their defence because they've got rid of Zinchenko. They've obviously signed that Zubimendi, who's best mates with Odegaard from Sporting.
Yep.
that will free up Declan Rice to go further forward, and he's going to have a good season. And then you got the new forward, and you got Saka. So yeah, I think
Yeah, I mean,
Arsenal are going to win the league.
you make a compelling case. Again, I just can't stand Arteta. I think he's a Burke. Right, we better move on. We don't want to keep everyone else waiting. So quickly run through all these now. Cups. How do you think we're going to do in the cups? Do you think we can win anything?
Yes. Oh, we're going to do no good in the domestics.
Yeah.
But we're going to win the Europa League.
That'll do for me, Steve. Do you want to have a go at the quiz, or do you want to have a go at the 11? Do you want to pick your 11?
I'll do both. I think the quiz.
Let's do the 11. Let's do the 11 first, so we get that out of the
Go
way.
on then.
Okay, so who you got? Can you see the screen where you are?
I can, but I can't see the screen up there. I can see you on the screen. Hang on.
I've just changed it, so it should
That's
change.
it. I got it now.
So this is the 11 from the last caller. This was Ivan's 11. So who are you changing out of Ivan's?
Okay. I'm going to give you who I think.
Go on then. I'll do it as you
Emery
go through
will go
it.
for.
Okay.
Obviously, Bezo's got to start.
Yep.
I think he's going to go Cash.
Yep.
Konza.
Yep.
Torres.
Yep.
Because I thought Mings had a very poor game against Marseille on the weekend.
Yeah.
He was very casual. And I like Maatsen. I want to see more of Maatsen, but I think I think he's going to go Digne.
Oh, right, okay.
But I want to see more of Maatsen this year.
Right. So double pivot. Are you going in your double pivot?
It's got to be Kamara and Tielemans, hasn't it?
Okay. So the three, I presume you're going Ollie up top.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Remember last week I told you he was going to score 25 goals to get to 100?
I think you will. I think you're right. I'm going to have a little bet on that. So who's your three in behind Watkins? This is the big 64,000.
Rodgers in the middle. Yep. Assuming Rodgers is fit, he's going to start in the middle. Yeah, in the middle. And then I'm going to go... got him, yeah. And then I'm going to go Ramsey on the right, on the left.
On
sorry.
the left, yeah.
Ramsey on the left.
So one.
And I'm going to go, and I'm so Ramsey there, and then I'm going to go Marlon on the right.
You're the first person to put Marlon in tonight.
Yeah, I think as the game progresses, you'll bring McGinn on, and you'll also bring Gisson on.
Yeah, I think Gisson at some point will get on, but so you're leaving the skipper out on the first game of the season.
Yeah, yeah, but he'll come on because he had some good games in pre-season. He'll definitely be in the game, and not at the start.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna have a go at the quiz then.
Yeah, go on then.
Right. So you've got.
I was going to go Konza, but I can't. Now you said that. Yeah,
Answer, Steve.
I'll give in there because I thought it was Konza.
Right,
yeah.
Okay. It's becoming a hard one tonight, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. Thanks for calling in. Please call in again at some point this season.
Okay. Cheers,
mate.
Go on, mate.
Right. It is free again. We've got a free phone line. Right. Who's this? You got to be quick.
Oh.
Hello.
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 First time caller, Justin. Long time listener.
Thank you. What's your name?
Just wanted to discuss the. It's Connor.
Connor, how you doing, Connor?
Yeah, not bad. Just want to discuss the current state of the kind of how the club's being run at the moment. Obviously, with the change with Heck. I mean, it's big news about the Red Bull deal, isn't it? Really.
Yes, big news today. Heck did hint that at the end of season awards. He said there was Coca-Cola, Guinness and Red Bull all will be announced at some point, and we've had 2 out of the 3 so far, so we expect the Coca-Cola announcement to come pretty soon as well, I think.
Where do you think the Coca-Cola deal stands? Obviously, Red Bull and Coca, well, not massively dissimilar products, but what do you think Red Bull are offering, which Coke's going to do different? Do you reckon Coke's going to kind of supply the fans and Red Bull's more of a players aspect.
Possibly. I think these deals are also linked with the league as well. I think that a lot of these sponsor the league side of things as well. So I think it's just, I mean, as we've seen I haven't actually read the article today with the new director of whatever his name is. I can't think of his name now. He's gone. But he's had a say today on the state of the finances, saying that he won't be naming right for the stadium. We've got to do maybe the training ground first, the training kits. So if we see a lot of Premier League clubs now have got sponsorship on the training gear, so there's still a lot of room to get sponsorship in at Villa. And obviously the big one will be next year when everybody can't have betting sponsors. So Calvo, thanks Ange. PA working hard there, so that's going to be the big one. There's that many clubs that got the betting sponsorships. It's going to be huge. Everyone's going to be scratching around now to try and find a sponsor for next season, and we've basically got to sponsor everything, haven't we? It's such a shame that we have to talk about this, but I mean, I think the next one will be the warehouse. That will be sponsored by somebody, so it'll be the something warehouse, the Coca-Cola warehouse, or whatever, which everyone will be fine with. It doesn't matter. Because it's never been there before. So, and I think I did talk to somebody quite high up at the club, and I did broach the subject of a stadium brand deal renaming, and he made a very, very salient point to me, saying he doesn't see any value in anybody coming in and sponsoring Villa Park because it will always be known as Villa Park. Now, if it's called Red Bull Villa Park, do you know any Villa fan that will call it Red Bull Villa Park? There won't be one.
Well, I'm a Max Verstappen fan, Justin, so I probably will just out the pure. Yeah, I probably will. You know.
But you know what I'm trying to say is nobody's going to call it that name. They're just going to call it Villa Park. We'll all go. We're going down Villa Park Saturday. You won't say we're going down the Red Bull Arena or we're going down the Coca-Cola Arena or the Justin Talks Villa Arena. You just won't do it. You'll always be known as Villa Park. So
I think you're onto a trick there with the Justin Talks Villa Arena.
I can't afford it, mate. Jesus Christ, how much that will cost?
No, I'm sure you can. Look at the setup behind you. I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can.
40 years to accrue this lot, mate. My missus is going to spare with it. This is why it's in here. Because they really won't have it in the house. You know what I mean? Disgraceful. Right, let's get on to some of these talking points, mate. Go on, sorry. Did you want to say
go for it.
something else?
I was just going to say, I do kind of agree. I do think we're missing a point in all seriousness without sponsoring the training kit. I mean, you look at some of them. I mean, Eon Energy at
huge deals,
at Nottingham. I mean, I think it's whatever gets into Marinakis' back pocket. Just I mean, that's another topic. But yeah.
Right, left back, Connor. Who's your favourite left back? Because Ange is chomping at the bit to write down Steve Staunton because you're going to say Steve Staunton like everyone else.
Yeah, you know what I'm going to say? I think technically. No, just be different. You know, for pure cult hero value, who I love, Tony Moon. And that's a real left field one, but just for that goal against Arsenal, I loved him. And there's a photo of me on the internet at 15 years old with him and Bakuna at the club shop, and I've got his shirt, and that's just number one in awful shirt prints that I've had in my lifetime. But we won't go that far. But I think technically wise, I think just for kind of the whole contract situation recently, I think Dean, I think he's been a real real kind of servant to the club. But just from my era growing up, I think Wilfred Baumer. I think it's a real shame what happened against Odense with his injury. I think there was going to be a real player there, and he was going to go down as a cult hero. Just from my personal view, for me growing up, I'd say Wilfred Baumer. Like I said, he was a real player. So
we'll put you down for Boomer, but just for saying Tony Moon, and don't be offended by this.
Well, stop making a tit of yourself and piss off.
Do you know what I mean? Tony Moon.
Tony
Moon.
Okay.
To be fair, that goal at Arsenal was absolutely amazing, to be fair. And I think when he scored that, everybody thought, Christ, where have we pulled him from? Because he ran about 40 yards, didn't he, and blasted it in the top corner.
Well, yeah, from his own half. I mean, I think that's just a serious. I think that's just one of many bloopers moments from that season when it comes to signings. I mean, remember Hellenius getting debated in front of the whole end, but again, that's in the past now. Only looking forward.
No, it's fantastic. He we've had some really good left backs, to be honest. I thought it'd be difficult, but I think, as Anne just said, I think she said Steve Staunton he's absolutely romping it. But I did like Freddie Boomer. Okay, position-wise, where are we finishing? We've had 5th, 12th, 6th and 5th so far. Where do you sit?
I think 12th is absolutely raucous shout. I mean, I think he said there was 11 better teams in the Premier League than Aston Villa. I think that's an outrageous shout. I think, if you give me 6th again, I think if we, kind of consolidate again, I don't think another season of Europa League is essentially a bad thing. I think what you've got to kind of think now is that, you know, you've got Tottenham coming up, Man United, even though, again, some of their signings really are they going to make that much of a difference? I mean, I was there at Leipzig and Sesko didn't really look like anything that
he's going to be interesting.
good. So I think
do you not think he's going to step up to the Premier League? He's going to be a big jump for him, isn't he?
No, I mean, I think you look at kind of how Højlund was playing. You know, people were saying he was going to be the next best thing. You know, it kind of comes to rival Haaland, and he's kind of just gone down like a weak fart, really, hasn't he? So, I mean, it's the same with who's the other lad, Xerxes. I mean, absolute parody of a footballer he is. So, I think if you look at it, I think sixth again. You know, the Europa League have a really good deep run. I think I mean, I'm seeing shouts on X, formerly known as Twitter.com, as people saying, this is the season Emery has to win a trophy. I mean, let's not be ridiculous.
He doesn't have to. It'd be lovely for him to. We all want him to, and I think the club. It's about time we did, but. You're telling me if we didn't win the trophy, he'd get fired? No, that's not happening.
No, it's a ridiculous show. Yeah. I mean, I think there was a good point made after the Villarreal game yesterday. I mean, you kind of look at some of his past clubs, bar PSG, obviously, kind of how they're fared. You know, look at Villarreal. I mean, he took them to a semi-final, and that's seriously punching above their weight. Of a Champions League, and you kind of think, I mean, those clubs haven't fared as well. So I think sixth have a really good run at the Europa League. I think, you know, I'd like to think we'd go far and possibly win that, but I think we've kind of got to keep our heads on the ground. I think if another season of Europe, some deep runs in the cup, I'll be happy. So yeah, I'm going to go down for sixth.
Great, love it. Can we win any of the cups? Do you fancy us in any of them? Are you in the camp of everybody thinking we're going to just romp the Europa League? It's not going to be that easy, but
I wouldn't say romp the Europa League.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say romp the Europa League. I mean, I think you've only got to kind of look at our Conference League running, and I mean, we almost came up stumps against Mostar, didn't we, in the group phase? So I don't think many of those teams have got to be kind of taken for granted. I mean, it's the Villa way to kind of beat your Romas, etc., then lose to your Paphoses, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you know what? I think a League Cup would do me. I mean, look at Newcastle, obviously, bar the transfer.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I think they couldn't attract anyone there, could they? Really? So I think you just need one up over them over the road at B9, don't you? I think that's kind of the bragging rights. I mean, I wish we won League One last year. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm so jealous of that.
I know.
So yeah, I'll take the League Cup. I think
I saw a fantastic TikTok earlier where they're asking Blues fans outside the Sky saying about Stansfield, is he better than they reeled off a load of players, and every single one of them was about 10 times better than Stansfield, and they are genuinely standing there going, "Nah, mate." And then someone said, "Mo Salah," and he went, "Yeah, I suppose Salah."
I mean, I think I know which one you're on about. It's the father and son, and one of them looks half cut, and the other one's straight up inbred anyway. So it's I've seen that, and I mean, he's railing off people like Isaac, but again, that's them. But yeah, a League Cup would go down well.
We'll
go down well. Let's see how it kind of happens. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so we'll move on to your 11 for Saturday. Can you see the screen from where you are?
I can go and get it up if you just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, if you give me your 11, I'll start putting it in.
Okay, perfect. So I just need to turn the on. Yeah. So Martinez. He's suspended. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it was going to have to be Bizot. I mean, who's going to be the backup keeper there? That's going to be.
I think
be a weird
it'll be the young kid who was in the 20, Sam
Proctor.
Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, I'll go Cash Money right back.
Yep.
I'm going to go Concert and Torres. I think Torres is just a mile above Tyrone Mings, so I think he's going to be Torres. I'd go Maatsen left back. I think he really.
Shout for Maatsen.
I think he really caused issues at the back end of last season when you look at how he played against Newcastle then. I think the midfield holding two you've got there is pretty spot on.
Yeah.
I like the thought of Marlon. However, is he going to start? I'm not too sure. You know what? We'll keep him there.
Yeah.
Rogers, just on the idea that he's gonna
fit,
play. I'll put him there. Ramsey's a difficult one.
So
Ramsey's a really difficult one.
Who's you thinking if not Ramsey then?
I think if you didn't play Ramsey, you're going to have to play kind of. I think you'd have to play McGinn. I think.
Could you see a situation where which he did play him a few times, Rogers out on the left, Marlon in behind, and then maybe McGinn on the right?
I don't think he's that effective out there. I really don't.
I don't. I want to see him in the 10
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm going to go against the grain as well. Buendia, how he played the last few games, has been great, but I think if you put him in such a high pressure environment, first game of the season, I don't think he's really gonna have that many results. I think you know what I'll do? I'll do McGinn in the 10. I'll do Marlon out wide, and I'll do. I'm gonna have to do Rogers on the left.
Okay, we'll take that. I do think he'll start McGinn. I don't know where he'll start him, but I think as the captain, the club captain, I think also it's a battle, isn't it, against Newcastle in the middle of the park. They're very strong in the middle. So I think having Kamara, Tielemans and McGinn dropping in, helping out, and then leaving Marlon, Rogers and Watkins up top. And then we've got options off the bench, Gassan and Buendia, and, we've got players, haven't we? Bailey. Right.
I mean, I'm just looking at that. I'm looking at that bench there, and I was just thinking just how kind of short we were. I mean, it's a shame with the current situation, the transfer window. I think a couple of signings there wouldn't go amiss, but that's the hand we've been dealt. So, I'm going to go for it.
Okay. Do you want to have a go at the quiz, Connor?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay. You've got the 5th clue. Right. And again, unfortunately, probably not going to help you that much if I'm honest, but you might get it. So we've had born 98, 111 appearances, 5 goals. He's a midfielder and he made his debut against Spurs in 2019.
Spurs in 2019.
Do you want to have a stab?
Should I tell you who? I actually texted one of my friends about this, and he said Keinan Davis. So you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to shout him out. Tom Carlin, Keinan Davis. But even though he's not the thing, I said it's wrong.
Yeah, that's
but he
fine.
said no. Yeah.
No, thanks ever so much for that call. That's a fantastic call, mate. Absolutely fantastic.
Cheers.
Please call again during the season, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
All the best. Up the Villa, mate. Bye.
Up the Villa.
Another great call. God, we've had some good calls on tonight. We have got a fantastic fan base. I will say that. We've got some brilliant people. Right. Let's have a go.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Who's this? Paul. How you doing, Paul?
How you doing? You all right?
I'm all right, mate. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, enjoying the show, mate.
That's very kind of you. I'm glad you are.
That's right.
Can you just turn your telly down a bit because I can hear myself and I hate hearing myself talking.
Sorry, mate, I've got it in the background.
Horrible black country accent. Right, left back. We'll start with that. I mean, what do you reckon?
God, what you mean in the squad right now, or
no? Your favourite left back of all time. We're doing a vote on. We're trying to get over the next few weeks. We're going to get our all-star team of Justin Talks Villa, and we've got Martinez currently was voted in as our goalkeeper, and John Gidman was our right back, and we are taking votes tonight for our left back. So, who would be your favourite left back at Villa?
I think Jay Lloyd Samuel. I think he was.
Yeah, we'll take Jay Lloyd. Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I do like Jay Lloyd, to be honest. He was a lovely chap as well. Such a shame what happened to him.
Yeah, shocking. I couldn't believe that. Believe it. Like.
So, let's move on. League position. What we saying?
I reckon 4th, Justin. 4th.
Whoa, I think a minute.
Yeah.
We've got a 4th. We've got a Champions League 4th. This is what I like. This is why I'm here. Set them alarms off. 4th. Absolutely brilliant. You're in my way of thinking, mate. 4th.
I think we're
Go on, talk to me. Who are we finishing above?
I think we'll finish above Chelsea.
Yeah, that's the one for me as well.
And I still think Liverpool win it and Man City come second.
I think I
And
said
third will be.
a few minutes ago. I think them three are going to be tough to catch, but Chelsea could throw us. You know, they've thrown that many players in again, haven't they? If it doesn't click, why not?
I know they could build 3 or 4 teams. It's
I think they could
ridiculous.
build about 14 teams, to be fair. Absolute joke of a club. Okay, brilliant. I'll take that. This is why I'm here. 4th place. We've had a 12th and we've had a 4th. I know which one I hope we get. Cups. How do you reckon we're going to fare in the cups?
The League Cup, I think, will make the semi-finals.
Yep.
The FA Cup, I think we might win it this year. Well, next year, sorry. It'll be 2026.
Well, again, I hope you're right.
And Europa League, I think we'll win that.
So we're going to win 2 cups?
2 cups, yeah. I think this could be our season. I think it's, with cup success.
Mate, that would be some season if you've predicted this. So you got us 4th, semi-final of the League Cup, winning the FA Cup and winning Europa League.
And to top it off, Watkins with 28 goals.
Paul, whatever you're drinking, can you let me have some? Because I want some of it, mate. Jeez. I'm going to get that odds. I'm going to get that on odds checker and see what kind of odds that is, because I think, put a quid on that and I'll be able to retire.
Yeah, we need something special. It's got to be our year. I just think.
I think somebody says you're on crack, Paul. No, look, I'd take 1 trophy, so 2 would be an absolute dream season. Right, now, starting 11. So, what are we saying for Saturday? Now, do you want to pick the team you would pick, or do you want to have a dart at what you think Unai Emery will do?
I think what Unai Emery will do.
Okay. Can you see the screen or not? Doesn't matter if you can't.
I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the team that Connor picked. So who are we changing, if anybody, from Connor's team?
The only change I would do is I think Maatsen, Lucas Dean are coming.
Okay. I think most people have plumped for Luca Dean tonight. But basically, I think everyone's thinking tried and trusted, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think Maatsen is a very good option off the bench as well, giving that bit of pace, isn't it, when they're tiring?
Yeah.
Because I think Newcastle are susceptible. I'm doing my Newcastle preview in the next couple of nights and looking at them. I think Livramento obviously is very good, but Trippier will probably be playing right back, who's getting older and older all the time. So I think if you put Maatsen on with, say, half an hour to go, he could have a real field day against Trippier.
He's got the pace. I just worry him at defending sometimes with Maatsen. He'll learn. He'll learn.
Yeah, 100%. So are you sticking with the double pivot, Kamara Tielemans?
Yeah.
And the 3 in behind Watkins, are you happy with that? Where they're playing, positions they're playing in, or would you bring anyone else in?
I would change. I'll keep with Rodgers. I'm wanting Wesson to start. I know it's a shock, but
do you think he would start? Do you think he's going to start him?
I think right behind Watkins.
So who are you leaving out of Marlon, McGinn, and Rodgers? McGinn.
I would. That's a tough one. I'll probably leave Rodgers out.
You would leave Rodgers out, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ramsey to support that role as well.
So Ramsey
on the right.
gets on Marlon.
Yeah. It's different, isn't it?
It is different, yeah. I don't mind it. I don't. Yeah. If Rodgers is fit, I don't see him not starting. But I think this just highlights we have got a lot of options in that 3 in behind, haven't we?
Yeah, or maybe I'll probably change it. There, Justin. Put Guess on where Marlon is and stick McGinn right behind Watkins.
So Marlon comes out and Johnny McGinn sits in. Yeah, I mean, Gasson, he will play in this half space here on the right. That's his position. I think why he was brought in.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell you what, though, if Rodgers is injured and he misses the game, that isn't a bad shout.
pretty
It
good.
adds
It's
that little bit
a
of
wild card.
yeah, but it adds that little bit of solidity in the middle of the park as well, because McGinn can just sit in and help the two out, can't he?
Yeah, extra protection. I think you need somebody battling in that midfield with Tillemans and Kamara. Tillemans can get.
Yeah, and we've just had somebody comment on the feed saying, I know a lad who's well connected with Newcastle, and he tells me the vibes are terrible throughout the club and behind the scenes. Well, I hope that's true, because they've really struggled this pre-season, considering they got in the Champions League. Right, do you want to have a go at the quiz, Paul?
I'll give it a go. I'm not really...
Well, somebody's got to win it, and you've got the 6th clue, which could be the key to it all, but we shall find out. So, the ones we've had so far: born in 98, 111 appearances, 5 goals, a midfielder. He made his debut against Spurs away in 2019. You've got 10 seconds to think about it, Paul, so don't rush in, okay?
Right, okay.
This is your clue. Think very carefully about what I'm about to say, okay?
Yeah.
He loves to dance.
Is it Mings?
Answer. Hello?
Oh, yep. Can you hear me? Hello?
Well, have I lost everything?
Hello, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now, Justin.
Hello, sorry, I don't know what happened then. Oh my God, I panicked then. I think I hit a button. Jesus Christ, the wheels have come off. Right, give me your answer. Sorry about that, Paul.
Tyrone Mings.
No, it's not Tyrone
No.
Mings.
No.
Oh, it's going to get down to the wire, this one is. Right, I think whoever calls in next, it's the final clue, and they will get it with that one. So I'm sorry about that, Paul. But
No,
please,
it's all right, Justin.
please call in again, mate. Appreciate your call. Another fantastic call. Honestly, really enjoying this.
Justin. I'll see you next week.
Yeah, mate. Up the Villa. Right, I think we've got time for one more caller. So, there could be the lucky caller here, because I think they're going to get it with this clue. Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Justin.
Hello. Who's this?
Charlie Charles.
No way! Oh my
Yes,
God.
Justin, what's happening, mate? You're good.
Charles has phoned in. Right. Nobody's going to have a God's honest clue about what I'm talking about here. Right. I'm so pleased you've called in, Charles. I'm just going to write your name here. Hold on. Charlie.
Carter's has been at me all day to ring you.
Has he?
I've been sat here on for the past half an hour, mate.
Right. I've got to give a bit of I've got to give a bit of context here to everybody who's thinking I've gone mental. So, Charles is a friend of my daughter's boyfriend, Carter, who plays for Russia Olympic. Now, whenever we go on the live and do the TikTok live, Charles jumped on the first few times and Carter said, "Oh, I know him. And then it just became a bit of a joke, didn't it? That every time I jumped on, you'd jump on. Then your dad started jumping on. And then you went out.
He's watching now as well.
Good lad. And then you went out with my daughter and Carter last night. And I said to them, what time are we going out? And they didn't let me come, Charles.
Mate, I was glad you weren't there.
Absolutely disgraceful they are.
Waiting
Honestly, they're a disgrace to the family name, both of them. Right, Charles, stop talking about this. Right, left back. Who's your favourite ever Villa left back?
So, I mean, I started going properly in, I think it was 2013-14, like when I had a season ticket.
Yeah.
So we haven't had many good left backs since I've been going.
Okay.
I liked Marvy, but he was in a bad squad.
Yeah, no one's mentioned Marvy, but he came in with a massive reputation. He just was in like...
Yeah, I've really liked him, but obviously he was in the squad, yeah, and I always remember him for that cross to Gusted against Blues.
Yeah.
But just on the basis of the squad he's in now and the team we've got, I'm going to have to say Luca Dean.
Luca Dean. Okay, we'll put you down for Luca Dean. I don't know whether Angie's still awake. I think she is. Luca Dean, we've got Ange. Okay, league position. What are we thinking for next season?
Europa League win and 7th.
Straight in there. Europa League win and 7th. Right, you're the first to say 7th. So you've got us just outside the top 6 then. Who do you think is going to finish above us? Obviously the top 4.
Yeah. I do think Chelsea will be up there this year.
Yeah, so what you got? United and you think Newcastle maybe as well? Spurs?
Yeah. Newcastle if they can pull together.
Depends on Isaac, doesn't it? I think what happens with him in the last
Yeah, I'd say so. But definitely Chelsea.
Right, okay.
Maybe United if they can gel.
I've got to think about United. I'm not sure they're going to do it, I think they're going to put so much pressure on them 3 up front. But
I just think we look thin. We look a bit thin this year, squad-wise.
I actually don't. I did a bit of a thing the other day, and we've got 29 genuine options. And now, albeit some of them are the younger players, but depth-wise, we have got 2 for every position. Maybe not 2 that everybody would want, but the Gasson signing has improved us, and the Bizot signing has improved us.
Yeah, it'd be good to see that French lad, to be fair.
But we've got, with the emergence back of Buendia and Bailey looking like they're back somewhere.
Yeah. See, but I think Buendia tends to have a good pre-season, doesn't he?
Well, yeah.
I think he did. They did last year, and then he comes in. He just looks physically not quite there.
The ones that have really excelled for me this window, this pre-season, I think Bogart's been excellent. He's stepped up. Buendia's been excellent. Bailey's been decent. Watkins has looked sharp as anything, and I thought Martinez looked ace last night as well. And from what I'm hearing, is that the club felt that Martinez was a little bit heavy last season. That he was carrying a little bit of weight. But they're saying he's come back fit as anything, and he's like absolutely banging, ready to go now. So
prone to a mistake last year, wasn't he, Martinez?
Yeah, and he's got World Cup coming up as well, so he's got to focus, hasn't he? Right, do you want to have a go at starting 11? Let's see how good your football knowledge is. You talk a good game, Charles. You reckon you're a decent player yourself, so let's see how you are in the managerial.
Not that good.
So are you going for your 11, or are you going for what you think, bloody hell, what the manager's going to go for?
Yeah, I'll go what I think he'll play.
No, this is Emery's 11 you're thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it,
So this was Paul's 11. So are you changing any of these? So Bizot in goal, you're happy with that?
Yeah, same back 4.
Keeping the back 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Double pivot? Kamara and Tielemans, same, yeah.
Watkins up top?
Yeah.
So it's the 3 in behind is the big question. He went with Gasson, McGinn in the 10, Ramsey off the left.
I think all I'd change is McGinn out to the right, and then Rodgers comes into the 10.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
That's all I'd change.
I think, Charles, that is probably...
Providing Rodgers is fit.
Yeah, that's probably my starting 11 as well.
If not, then what do you do? Do you bring Onana in next to Kamara, push Tielemans into the 10?
I do like that, to be honest. I do like the Tielemans
pushing
forward.
I actually really like Onana.
The only thing I think that does to the team is, because we've seen this in the early days of Unai, he did play with what they called this box midfield, which was basically this 4 here. So if I can do it like a graphic here, this is new technology for me, Charles, so you'll have to... So this is the box midfield here, right? And then he basically, I think, would have a problem only having Ramsey and Watkins as our outlet. Do you see what I mean? It leaves us a little bit short in attack. I know McGinn and Tielemans can get forward, but they're not sort of out-and-out attackers, are they? If you add Rodgers and, let's say, Gassan or Bailey or Buendia, they're more attacking, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I agree.
I don't know if I'm a massive fan of McGinn out on the right, but I don't see a game where Emery doesn't start him.
No, I probably agree as well. I think he probably just stays, doesn't he?
Yeah,
right.
definitely. He definitely in somewhere. Yeah.
This is this isn't what do you call it? I'm not cheating here. I didn't know you was going to phone up. So you look like you're getting the easiest clue for the quiz.
I think I had it anyway.
Right. Well, let me go through all my. It took me hours to get this sorted, so let me go through it. Right. So, born in '98, 111 appearances, 5 goals, midfielder, debut against Spurs, loves to dance. I thought they'd get it with that. So, do you think you need the 10 seconds, or do you think you're just going to come straight in?
Oh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, right. I'm not too sure. 5 goals we'll
give you the 10 seconds because you've got one more clue, right? And this should be the clincher, okay? He was born in Rio.
Douglas Luiz.
Go on.
Douglas Luiz.
Would you have believed it? He's only gone and won the prize. Charles. Charles. Congratulations, mate. Congratulations.
There we go. We've done it, Justin.
That's
done
it.
You proud, mate.
So that, at least it means I haven't got to post it, so it's going to cost me a fortune to post it because it's bloody heavy, this book is. Jesus Christ, so that saved me a fortune. So, yeah, we've already had people saying it's a fix. That wasn't a fix, honestly. I had no idea.
I had it at the last one. I had it on the last one.
Oh, okay. He did have it on the last one, but, you know, it is what it is. Everybody can phone up, and it's just luckily dropped on the last quiz. But thanks for calling in, mate. Really appreciate it.
Cheers, Justin.
See you soon, mate.
All the best, Mucker.
Ta-ra. Up the villa.
Sound, mate. Up the villa.
Okay, I think that will probably do us. We've been doing an hour and 20 minutes. 2 fixes in a row. Oh, dear. Right. It can't be Louise. Why can't it be Louise? Right. Okay, that's it. I'm going to call it a night simply because I've just... an hour and 20 minutes we've been going for now. So... fantastic. Absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. Right, all that remains for me to do now is ask Angela Flange to give us the top 3 in reverse order. Are you ready, Ange? So 3rd place, Ange. How many votes got 3rd place? Are you in? Is anybody there, Ange? Is anybody there? We'll have a chat about this in a minute up the villa. Is Ange gone? Has she fell asleep? My PA has gone to sleep. Right. 3rd place, Ange. Who have you got in 3rd? Is there anybody there? Okay. Appreciate it. As I say, I'll have the... this is my mate Nick, who's a lovely guy. I know he's a Baggies fan, but he's a top guy. Right, Ange, is anybody here, Ange? No, Ange, please, Ange, please get me out of this hole, Ange. Oh, here we go. We're here. We've got it. Joint 3rd, Wilted and Dean, yay. Wilted. Ange, have you been drinking while you've been working? Come on, Ange. Wilted. Wilted? I can't work out who Wilted is. Anybody work out who Wilted is? Wilfred! Ange, what are you doing? Lay off the wine when you're doing the PA job, please. Right, Wilfred and Luca Dean in 3rd. 2nd place. Oh, we've just gone straight for 1st. Okay, 1st place, Steve Staunton. I'm not surprised, to be honest. He's who I would have gone for. Okay, so we've now got goalkeeper Emi Martinez. We've got John Gidman at right back, Steve Staunton at left back. Next week, we will have the right-sided central defence. Great shows, normal. Pity Katie didn't phone in. Yes, but good old Katie. Can't get the staff. Robert is, waiting in the wings to join in here. Sochi's fingers, yeah. So, again, thanks ever so much for everybody that's phoned in tonight. I absolutely love doing these, and I've got to say it. I'm not just saying it because it's my show, but the quality of call is phenomenal. I think it just goes to show that we've got a really great fan base. Honestly, we have. I mean, I go on WM a lot, and I think a lot of people that phone up there for the other fans, I just shake my head a lot of the time. So this is why I wanted to bring this show as just a sole Aston Villa phone-in show, and I think so far it's working a treat. As I put on my video about what's coming throughout the season, if there's an appetite for it and I can do it, I will probably do either a Friday night preview phone-in where we talk about the game ahead. So examples, Newcastle Saturday, if I'm free and available on Friday night, if there's appetite there, then great. I think that could be an option. What I don't want to do is do too much because otherwise people get fed up with it. That's an issue. I don't want to do that. I threw one phone-in show in when we had that news break and it didn't go quite as well as these. So it could just be that we'll just keep these going as they are. There's another shout. Somebody's given me a phone-in. Somebody's given me an option of maybe doing it after a game, so like an evening, maybe, potentially. So that could be an option. Or we could just stick to the Monday nights, and then if there's a special game or there's a really amazing result, we might just throw one in and see how they go. I mean, we can test it out, can't we? What's the worst that can happen? Nobody listens, nobody phones in, and we just draw a line under it, and then we say, okay, that didn't work. But I'm happy to give it a go. Obviously, time consuming, time permitting, if I'm here and around. But yeah, yes, we will be getting people on the phone-in show. I've already got a couple lined up. I've got a couple of really, really nice guests lined up to come and chat with us all. So a couple of ex-pros, ex-Villa players that I've asked, and they definitely want to come on and have a chat. I'll give you one. Will be Gary Thompson. I've already sounded him out about it, and he really wants to jump on and do it as well. And there might be one or two others as well. Post-match phoning would be good. Yeah, that was my thinking, but we'll see. We'll see. We've got the whole season to work it out, but these Monday nights are definitely going to carry on. Next Monday, 8 o'clock, will be the Newcastle reaction show. So it'll give you a couple of days to digest what happens on Saturday. Have a really good think about the game, the formation, the tactics, who played well, who didn't. What do you think we've learned from the opening weekend? But yes, that is it so far. Tails, yes, I've had a word with him as well. It looks like he might be able to come on as well. But yes, thank you ever so much, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. If you're going on Saturday, have a great day. Enjoy the game. Football is back. That is all that matters. And we love it.